Okay. What is the deal with this one? Okay, I just realized I've been trying to do this level as though I get outside, but I guess I should just be trying to flip pieces in, but we can only roll horizontally. Oh. See, that's what we need to do, just in a different direction. Kinda. Like, that's a 3 wide dookie right there. So how do I just put that in a different place? Or I mean, maybe I still feel like I want to get a dot on the inside. Maybe I mean, I can make all sorts of shapes. Why do people keep mentioning Diablo 4? I don't know. I mean, I downloaded it just because it's one of the major games. But I think pretty much everybody knows it's not good. Like, even just civilian video game fans know it's not a good game. So, it's kind of, I think, because nobody has anything else to do. Oh shit, guys. This is how I get a dot. I don't know why I didn't think of this. This is how I get a dot right here. This just has to be translated over by 1, right? Which means I do the opposite and then flip it. The thing is, well, there we go. Okay. That's our fucking dot. I don't know why that was so hard. Okay. I ask because I get frustrated a lot. There have been some frustrating times in this game for sure, but there have been good times as well. And the times that are frustrating, they're still not that far from good levels. Like this level, I fucking rage quit on. But it's a fine level. It's just designed in an unfun way. Like, all this level needs to be good is to have one more row of squares. All right. Is one row of spaces enough? I don't think so. I think we need 2. Maybe also one more row horizontally. Okay, I think we need to push this down and bring it back later. Dude, this is just such a fucking... I hate this level. I fucking hate it. This level makes me angry. Why would you ever make this level? It's fucking dog shit. No offense. But it's not good. Okay, what? Have I mentioned that I hate this level and I think it's stupid? Have I said that? I refuse. I'm not going to do it. I hate it. I hate everything about that level. Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of good levels in this game, but that is not one of them. At least as near as I can tell. Maybe there's something beautiful and amazing about it, but I can't tell. Okay, this one again. So we sort of... See, we're doing this at a different orientation now. Let's go reset the bridge. So um so once again, it's a question of what orientation do we need things in? And sadly, so this is what we were trying before. I think we might have to do something annoying about rolling it into place. Oh no, I think we tried both of these. You know what? This, I might have been making it harder than it is. Okay, so the problem is, if I do this, I can't flip it from here, but if it's one south, okay, I'm also not long enough to do it this way. That's the problem. So I have to come off the big piece. Now I'm out of space. I have to come off the big piece and onto the horizontal part of the small piece. And that does mean that this has to be braced vertically. Right? And I think what we determined last time is this is one too far. Fucking cocksucker. I guess we can only body block it the other direction. Right? Okay, see, this doesn't work. It would work. It would work if this were flipped vertically, maybe. Okay. So this is braced against there. Actually, this is flipped the wrong way now. God damn it, dude. Fuck. This game is sometimes very annoying. Like I just want to do a thing. Just let me do the fucking thing, please. All right. So we have that. We have that. Now we tried exactly this one before, I think, and we determined that it was not to be. Right. So here it's going to be too far, but I can body block that. See, we need one more square. Okay, let's think about flipping it into place. If it were one more to the left. Oh, that works. All right. Fuck. Game. Like sometimes I just want to do some manipulations, you know. Okay. So if we do this here, it goes to there. If we do that one higher, it goes to there. Okay? Do you see what I'm getting at? And then if we do that, here we go. Ding-a-ling. Ting-tong. And now I'm fucking dead. Wait, no, because we have to flip this anyway. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I do recommend this game. I get frustrated with it sometimes, but I think it's a pretty good game overall. Oh, this one again. This one again. I'm not that... Okay, so what's my theory? Like what are we even trying to do? I think we're trying to go around this way. And last time we made a bridge, but that wasn't really good, right? So I think what we have to do is, like I said, we have to like worm capitate and flip flop a thing. Okay, we can't do that. That's... Okay. Okay, so we have to be able to get off this, right? After worm capitation. Which doesn't seem possible, right? Because the cut point is always going to be there. So the only way to be able to get off this initial thing is if we do more than one cut, right? We need to do more than one cut and have like a transfer piece and stuff. Now, right? Like that's just a non-starter. If we do this, now I'm going to drown, which is ass. Unless I discard this. So I have to discard this. And then I have to make a new one. Because in order to worm capitate, okay, but the problem with that is this is the only cutting fence. So to make a new doodad, it's going to get caught in there. If I could even, oh, I could do this. See, now my problem is that's stuck in there. So oh, I could, okay, never mind. Never mind, guys. I could worm capitate in the other direction. The problem is I need to get over here. See, there needs to be some curvature to this dude. Also for me to be able to flip him around, right? So I think wait. Okay, we can't go that far down because we hit the wall, which actually is helpful in puzzles like this because it constrains the search space, so you're not trying random stuff forever. Okay, the problem with this is I cannot reverse worm capitate. I need this. Okay. Now, I mean, this seems kind of hard, but see, I can't reverse worm capitate here either. Because I would need to be on it. Like, again, this level is unnecessarily hard. Like, why Why is it being made so hard for me to get around the piece shape to get back to the start? The puzzle's already hard enough. It's hard enough for me to try to figure out what to do to make a shape that will get to the end. So what is this bullshit right here? It just makes me mad. It's not necessary. It is not necessary. I've already done enough in this game of trying not to fall in holes as a too long worm. I don't need any more. We've done that. It's old. Yeah, I don't know. The game hates me. It doesn't want me to win. Okay. If we're going to do a reverse worm capitation, I think we need this hump. I don't know if it's even possible, but if it were, we would need the hump to be one shorter, like that. Okay. That's a nice symmetric shape. And the reason is because it would need to go you know, it would need to go in the pit. Like that hump. Actually, no, that's not true. Not true. Oh, okay. This shape cannot ever rotate sideways. So this is not the winning shape. Also, I can't get out without dying. Fuck you, game. So this also probably is not the winning shape, but this one at least. Okay, this one we could flip one way, but we need to go horizontal a lot, which means we need a horizontal on each side. Okay? And what that means is I mean, that's always just going to make a corner. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know how I make a horizontal on each side. See, it's kind of obvious that to go vertically, it only needs to be one wide because it straddles that one wide space that goes from south to north. So this kind of shape would work, but I can't, it won't let me do it. Because the game's a fucking asshole. See, we can't go that far south at all. I guess because there's a pool, we might be able to go north in the pool, right? Okay, that one doesn't work, but it almost does. Maybe it does. Oh, because we can't, there needs to be a horizontal to reverse worm capitate off. For that to be the case, okay, that's not going to be able to flip over the thing. Maybe I need to flip it horizontally. I can't get out now. Fuck. I don't. Ah! Would you still love me if I was a worm? I'm not familiar with that meme. I've seen a YouTube video with that title, but I don't know how it goes, and I don't know if that is the originator. Okay. See, why is this so hard? I need to talk to the designer of this game about this, because it's a very promising game. This dude has good design skill, but Jesus Christ! You know what I'm saying? So to worm capitate on this, we need to flip it horizontally. Which, like, God only knows if that could be done. Like, why does that not flip? Is it because the bottom can't hinge through? I guess so. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this. I don't like it. It's not. Well, okay, see, what I should be doing, in my opinion, the good version of this level, is that you've got some terrain up here, which we have. The terrain might have a little bit more in the way of readable features, and you would look at it and say, what shape do I need to make to successfully navigate that terrain? And that's what the level would be about. I can't even get there because I'm doing all this stupid bullshit in this weird hole at the beginning. And in my opinion, that is not what makes this game good. The good parts of this game are not this. And I think maybe he wanted to ramp it up and make it hard because it's the end game. But that is not... I don't think that is the right choice for an end game. End game does not mean hard. The game's already too hard a lot of the time, right? As you've heard me complain. All right, so maybe if I just do this one, and I do that. All right, now I do need to worm capitate here, or not worm capitate. Yeah, guys, I don't know. This is not, and I can't push this down. Yeah, fuck it. I hate this. All right. Yeah, the good parts of this game are really good, but then it does that, and I'm just like, I don't here, you know, here's the thing. If I designed this worm game, you spend a lot of time playing your game when you're designing it. And so people ask their partner, and it's basically a trap question if you say no. Yes. Oh, I've had girlfriends ask me if they looked fat. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, so okay. So the big long worm pushes everything down by 1, which means nothing goes in the left column, right? Let's sort of start out doing this again, right? Oh, I'll go up here. I mean, that's pretty close. It's pretty close. Problem is, I could fix one of the columns by moving that top 3 worm right here over by 1, but then the column to its left will go up. Okay. If I swap these 2 3s, right, we want the top 3. No, that'll fuck up the left. Dude, I don't know how to, like, I don't know how to solve this puzzle besides brute force fiddling. I don't know if there's a way to actually reason about it that's good. "4K ray tracing worms. By too hard, do I mean the communication between the mean and the level is too confusing? No. No, I mean that the game is throwing in lots of things that are hard to figure out that have nothing to do with what's interesting. Right? Like on that level, it would have been a lot more fun if I was making shapes and then experimenting with how to navigate the terrain with those shapes. I couldn't even get to the point of making shapes, right? Oh, this is what I was starting to say is when you're a developer and you play your game a lot and you made up all the ideas and you know all the ideas and that stuff, you think your game is a lot easier than it actually is. And, you know, beginner game designers, it's a very, very common mistake to make your game really hard, but you don't know it's that hard. Because to you it's easy because you made it, right? And I think this game has some of that. Now, some people want some kind of like brutally hard, you know, brute force search game. I don't want that, right? I just have other things to do, you know? And I think that's true for most people. So, yeah. I'm going to swap these 2 3s, even though that's not going to get us there. Right. think I even pushed that one too far, yeah. Okay. You know, that doesn't look too bad, though. This is maybe not going to be better. I was worm in the night. So I want to swap the 2 and the 3 on the right there. I want to move the 2 to the right one. And then the 3 to the left one. It still doesn't get us there, but... Oh boy, that's way worse. How'd that happen? Oh, because the 3 is... The 3 is now being pressed down. Is there a thing I can do to actually figure this out, apart from trying random shit? Right? Because what I did when I started was I observed some features of the thing, right? So the reason these 2s are here is because, like, hey, look, we need 2 more in this spot and 2 more in this spot, right? Okay, if I push a 3 that's pushing down on both of those 2s. See, again... I don't know. So, the 2s will push... Let's just do this for a second. We're just going to stack these 2 3s. I wish there was a setting where you could push them far enough that they wouldn't affect the puzzle, right? Like if you could push them off the board, because that would help with solving it. But like, okay, see... Okay, I inadvertently solved it. We move the top one over by 2. Easy clap. I like the puzzle. I wonder if there's some way to make it easier to reason about. And maybe that was, I mean, maybe what I just did was reasoning about it. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we've even tried these ones. Okay. I have a 2 worm. I have a 2 worm place to go. I have a hook. Eh. Let's just push this out of the way. See, we could get to the exit if this guy were rotated 90 degrees so that he fills. If you imagine the little Tetris L between these two dots, that would get us all the way there. Because then we put, if we could keep the dots alive, right? So we sink that there, and then we put dot, dot, and then we could get out. So the problem is, so I flip this piece this way. Which is actually 90 off where we need it. We're gonna redo this, pushing these out of the way. I think that was a good move. Maybe. Actually, maybe it wasn't. I'm just going to ditch this one for now. It's too hard. Oh, dang it. So how do I ever get this back? What was this starting? There. So once we do this, oh dude. This game's always, well, we couldn't flip it that way anyway. So it doesn't seem to be recoverable after we flip it against that wall, right? How would we ever recover it? Okay. If we put one dot in the hole there, I mean, we still can't do anything, but see, we could. No, there's no way of that happening. I'm kind of tilted again. I'm not thinking clearly because I'm tired. The game has worn me out again. Yeah, I don't even have a theory of what to do. I mean, again, the only thing that I can think... So this little mechanic of... See, once I even push a dude into this corner, I can't get him back. So that's a whole thing. Like, I've already lost. But this thing... If we ignore the fact that I already lost the level. So this at least is a flip, right? And then... Wait, we can't ever put the piece in that orientation. Right? We can only ever get this into 4 different orientations. And the horizontal piece will always be the horizontal piece. And the vertical piece will always be the vertical piece. So I can't rotate it into the place that I am picturing. Which, that's fine to realize. That's good to know. So again, what do? I mean, this kind of gives me a little sprut that goes out. But like, that doesn't help me. Oh, guys, if I push the dots in the water, watch this shit. No, not that shit. No, not that shit. That shit. We'll worry about that one. Yeah, maybe we can get that one back. We'll see. Okay, this is a cool level idea. Okay. See, this is going to push it the wrong way, but you see that. There we go. See that? So, if I push one of them, okay, so this is set up so that I can't push them in the top line past this point. So the furthest I could push one, oh, I can't even push that directly. So I believe I will be stuck if I push 2. Wait, where is it? Let's just take note of where it is when it moves the dude. So I think it has to be one right of here to move the dude. So let's try pushing that one. Fuck. Yeah, it's like this game is just a little too much in the way of manual manipulations. Okay. So let's look at that. When we face one way, when we face right and the dot completes the T to the left, I could swing it around. Okay. Now the problem is I'm just fucked with it. See, this is annoying, and I don't. Like, this is just making it harder than it is. Like, the good part of this is the idea of pushing the dots. That's what's fun. This, like, oh, I can't move the dot because there's not a square. I fucking hate that. It's too much of it. And like, oh, once I push that there, it's unrecoverable because I'm a too long bug. Just like, fuck that. I hate it. Okay, we'll swing this one. Yeah, like, why is this part so hard? What's going on? Whose idea is this? Okay, I guess once I've decided to ditch like this, no, I can't. I want to just try to get the other one off the wall and out of the way. I don't think it's doable. Oh, you know, it might be... Okay, hold on. If we do this one, because... No. I'm ready to quit this level in anger, and I've figured out the cool thing about the level. That's not good. Like, I can't ever pull this. I kind of want to use it to pull the thing down. You can't 3D worm on this level because there's no fences. Does it work just pushing the two of them into the water? You know, that might actually work. Let's try it. I might be making this too hard. So if we're here, okay, the reason I didn't want to do that is because I don't think, you know what? Actually, it might be fine. In my brain, as soon as I figured out the idea, I was projecting the version of the puzzle that I would have made, which is something about having to space them out. Because I'm a too long worm, if you do dot, filler, empty space, dot, filler, empty space, target, island, that stretches it out as far as possible, but that might not be workable for some reason. You know, sometimes you have ideas like that and they just don't gel. But I feel like I'm going to get stuck doing this, but let's see. Yeah, so that's... See, we can always switch which parity we're at. Yeah, see, we're stuck here. This is another thing making the level too hard and annoying, is this blocker that in the middle I can't do a thing. And I'm like, I don't see how that has anything to do with the level. But see, if there was only one, I would probably be fine. Maybe it's recoverable from the edge like this. Oh, it is, because we could do this. Right? That's fine. No, because it fucking kills me. I'm ready to quit the game. I don't like this at all. I don't like it. Don't like it. See, and then we kind of can alternate this. Let's just at least get one dot over there. You just keep passing it in with opposite parities, which is kind of cool. I like that part of it. I dig it. So now I think that's as far as we can get that dot. Right? Because we need to make a T. But that can't be right, because we need two more squares. Now, if we had pushed both dots together somehow, or we just, like maybe once that's there, we do the second dot separately, right? That would be fine. But that would still only get us 2 away from the thing. Wouldn't it go one more? No, we can't get it into position to go one more. I mean, we could try this and see what happens. Oh, maybe this will kick it. Maybe this will kick it. Oh, it does. Okay. So that was under the axis of the thing. The problem is, this guy is too far. We have to kill ourselves to get him in. But if we can figure out how not to do that, then we win the level. And I think we just do this. I think we just push that guy in. We push that guy in. And then now we have to push this one in with this, because I can't push it in with my worm mouth, right? Okay. And then we go here. Cute. See this? See this? I like this level overall. I think if I were not so frustrated from the rest of the game, I would like it even more, because like it takes energy out of the batteries to struggle with these levels. Okay, that's GG's right there. Okay, I like the idea of the level a lot. I kind of understand, but there's some things that I'm not sure why they are the way they are. Okay. Why the big island along the right-hand side? Let's look at each one. Why the big wall along the right-hand side? That's so that you can't just push your L off the right-hand side and get to the island. However, that's achievable. Like if you move the target island north by a couple squares, I think by maybe just by one, and then put one block there in the northeast, then you can get rid of the rest of that wall. Is that better? I don't know. We're just looking. The island in the middle, why is that there? It's just to make the level harder, I think. Like, I don't know. The one thing it does is it makes me push the dot in with this, right? But it means that while you're in the middle of the roll, you can't stop and abort the roll. I don't think that's very good. It just adds more frustration. Unless I'm not seeing something. Can anybody tell me why this is here? Besides forcing you to roll pretty far out here every time and not being able to disengage in the middle. And why is that important? You would be able to do both dots separately. You already can do both dots separately. I think maybe it's to force the cute thing of rolling both with a gap between them. Oh, because if you can disengage in the middle, then then you could just shift it over and re-engage. Yeah. I suppose I see that. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go check my air conditioner. It's freaking cold in here. Yeah, so the question is, Commentary to unlock after you solve the puzzle. Yeah, I mean, the thing about that is, for every game that I ever worked on, by the time we were done, we were so dead tired. Like doing good commentary as well. I don't know, but we'll see. It's an interesting idea. I mean, I guess the question is the... See, for me, the magical part of the level is having the idea, right? And this part about I have to do this and then that and then oh, I can't push it, that's a little bit neat, right? It's true that this is a little bit cute. But, and it's a big but, you pay for that with clumsiness in the user figuring out the level, right? And the question is, it's like code complexity or something, is like, is it worth it? Is it worth that versus just the interesting thing about figuring out to swipe the dots along, which, if you're the designer of the level, you might think that's too simple, you know, figuring out to swipe the dots along. But like, it took me a while to figure out. And it's a coherent idea, right? So like, I'm not sure that that's... I'm not sure that it's the right decision, but maybe it is. It's hard to say. Yeah, I don't know. I would do a little bit more stuff here. I would at least move the target island to the north. I might even move it to 2 blocks north of the wormhead or something, right? And then just, I would try to get rid of that right wall there. But that's, you know, I mean, I would leave, you need to leave a block, right? Actually, I see why the right wall is there, I think. The problem... Well, no, okay. So if you could flip this guy horizontally, which you can't do and have him recoverable because the island doesn't go south far enough, then you could flip him vertically around said block. I get no, because you would have to push against it. I don't know. I think it would be maybe fine, but I actually see some ways in which maybe that would cause people to try and exploit the level, or to try and solve the level that way because they don't see the idea of the level. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this level, it's just a little bit icky to play, but the idea is really cool. And I wonder, I mean, maybe I would try and do something where there's just one dot. But then you get to the target island and you do something that frees up a second dot. I don't know. Anyway, it's a cool idea. Seems like it relies on the hint mechanic, yeah. Okay. It's kind of It's a lot of work. Like, there's a lot of puzzles in this game, and the designer made a hint level for every single puzzle. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of levels. It seems like kind of a high. Now, the levels are probably really easy to make because they're not graphically intensive and stuff, but it's a lot of levels. That's all I'm saying. Okay, clearly it wants me to flip this to get it off the wall. No, maybe not. It's about time for me to go, but I'll probably be back on tonight. See, we can't do this. We really, at first glance, there's nothing we can do to move it vertically, right? Okay, but we can dislodge this. Okay, but how does that help us? It would help us if somehow we could get our mouth off this piece and transfer to the other piece, but that doesn't make sense because it just is what it is. Okay, but you know, whenever you have these concave pieces, it's like, okay, well, there's like things where you could be trapped in there. Like, I kind of want to do something. I feel like I'm supposed to somehow do something where I roll north to here and then bite this piece and flop it. And so we would need somehow a blockage to the right to do. Oh, never mind. See this shit? Now, I don't know how we get that back. Let's ignore that for a second. Oh, it's not even... Bro. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay. No, because we still can't... Right. What am I saying? It's still not against a wall. So we can't even do that. That doesn't help. Those corners up there are sus, though. You don't see the challenge here. Oh, you're right. Okay. The challenge is actually just to get the curl piece off the bottom wall. Right? Like how do I get it off the bottom? Once I get it off the bottom, we're fine. And, you know, maybe you push that in there and then push up on it, but that's not a thing. So like I said, these corners are sus. right? And we can't use the top line because that's in the water. So here's a corner, here's me rolling. How would that help? How would rolling down to it? Like I could push it backwards if it were further to the left. That doesn't do anything. Oh. No. Okay, if I roll, let's try this corner, right? Like if I roll and then back up, yeah. That's a cool level. See, that level, it's very, because it's so minimal, it's very focused, right? It's like, hey, I don't even know what's the south wall for on this level? Is it just to make the north walls less sus? Like, why is it there? Oh, right, because you could go off the island otherwise and push it from the bottom. That's why it's there. Okay. All right, I think it's time for me to take a break. We'll probably come back and worm later tonight. There sure are a bunch of puzzles left, including 2 that are going to tilt me very much if I play them. So I hope we don't need them. We need like 5 more to go in the wormhole. If that's indeed what we're supposed to do here. Like, I sure don't see other spaceships. You know, in the other map, it always gave you... It always gave you the location of the other spaceship. So I feel like we just need 5 more. But I don't know. How many are there more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we only need half the remaining puzzles to get to the wormhole. Maybe getting to the wormhole will do nothing. Yeah, I like this game. I've been grumpy and complained about it, okay, for sure, sometimes. But I like this game overall. Like, I think it's a good game. It's got lots of cool surprises in it. It just needs a little more refinement in terms of individual puzzle designs. Like, in terms of the arc of the game and how many interesting things it does, it's totally got that down. So, yeah. It's just some of these puzzles really are frustrating. All right, thanks everybody. See ya.